Hey folks, as you're getting ready for work this morning, you might have seen that little map pop up on your screen saying there was a severe thunderstorm watch in effect, and indeed there was because of this stuff right here. Let's watch this as it goes back. Stuff was coming right down the river and then just turned due eastward as it kind of rounded the bottom of this disturbance and kind of followed it right around, but got close enough to say, hey, we better put something out there, the Storm Prediction Center, just in case some of that actually makes it down here, and it got really close before turning eastward and going away. But look at things now. We'll take the satellite off, just look at the radar, and you see all kinds of just little showers and thunderstorms firing up. It's kind of a full shield of clouds, but underneath that, a lot of rain, actually, little just spotty stuff, but all of them are going severe, a lot of them up to the north of us. But over the valley, it's been quiet, but now look down to the south of us. We're starting to see things fire up. Now we've got one that's made it all the way into Cameron County, right there along I-69E, right about San Benito, moving toward the northeast. Doesn't rain very long. Rains pretty hard, but then moves out. There's not a lot of lightning in this. There's one little one right down there, but not a lot. But that's what we're watching for stuff to continue to develop and then work its way into the valley. Now, I think the biggest chance for severe weather probably would come from the north, but let's watch. This is the high resolution model, 3-kilometer HER model, we call it. And notice it shows the spotty stuff in the lower valley this evening. By 10 o'clock, not much left. A bunch of stuff to the north of us again. And by 4 a.m., just a scattering of showers. A lot of the models don't see anything coming, and I think that's interesting because the atmosphere is just ripe for it. But we still have that cap in place, that capping inversion. Heard a lot about that the last couple of weeks, and it's still here, and that tends to keep thunderstorms from getting too big over the top of us. They get big to the north. This is tomorrow evening, but they have trouble moving into the valley. It says that by tomorrow evening, even early in the morning on Sunday, might be something off to the west to Falcon Lake again. We're under the slight risk of severe weather tonight. Now, again, that's a number 2 on a scale of 1 to 5. And what that means is just a slight possibility of seeing an isolated shower or severe thunderstorm in a few places. But scattered is the key word there, and possible is another key word. So scattered severe storms are possible. I think they're likely to the north of us, but for us, I think it's just scattered stuff around the area. If you get a severe thunderstorm, there's some potential for large hail, some potential for damaging wind. Flooding rainfall, probably not, because it's moving pretty quickly, but if one cell does slow down somewhere, you might have temporary street flooding, and the tornado threat is low, but not 0. It's at about 2%, which just means there is the slight possibility, if it is, it'd be one of the quick spin-ups that winds go 70, 80 miles an hour, but probably not a lot more than that. But that's enough to do damage, at least in some places in the valley. Now, after tonight, our rain chance stands at 30% for the weekend, and then goes up again on Monday, maybe higher than that on Monday. There's another little system coming through that gives us a shot at some rain Monday as well, and into early next week. These are your current temperatures. We've cooled a lot today. It's because of the extra clouds and kind of the outflow from those storms. Tonight, we bottom out in the mid-70s, and then tomorrow, back in the upper 80s and low 90s again. But if you get rained on, it'll be cooler than that, at least while the rain is falling. Next 3 days, the normal high is 88, we're going 89, 89, and then 90 after that, so we're staying right about average. Rest of South Texas, it's been on and off rain in San Antonio, 78. Del Rio about to get hit again, they're 77, 70s all the way up to North Texas. This is the upper levels of the atmosphere, a little trough right here, a little bump in this flow, helping to trigger all this stuff, and that's going to push eastward tonight, and as it does, thunderstorms are going to fire up along it. Some of them could reach all the way to the valley. Most likely place is the northern part of the valley, mostly out in the ranch lands, but it doesn't take much imagination for something to sneak a little farther south. By tomorrow, that main disturbance is gone, but look at all the little bumps in this flow. Every one of those, a little tiny disturbance coming across. So really, there's a shot at something just about any time when one of those comes through, and then a bigger one comes through on Monday. That ups the rain chances again for Monday, even into Tuesday before that system moves out. So it's going to be an interesting couple of days. It's a tough forecast, but this is what we have for you. Your first 1-5 AccuWeather forecast for tonight. Scattered thunderstorms, an isolated severe storm is possible. Mostly cloudy, of course, 75 for your low. And then tomorrow, again, an isolated thunderstorm. Not an all-day rain. Most of your activities you'll be able to get in, a high of 89, but your day may be interrupted. Have a place you can go inside should a thunderstorm move in. It should move in and move right back out. Sunday, still some isolated storms, a little more active on Monday. Leftover stuff on Tuesday. Notice some clouds. We start to dry out middle of the week. Now there's some indication by the end of next week the chance of rain will show up again in the forecast. That's your updated first 1-5 AccuWeather forecast.